We're good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My brothers, you know exactly who it is. I'm D, and this is the Future Fathers FF podcast. Yo, my brothers, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've been well. I hope your week's been well. I hope your missus been all right, your partners. I hope work's been treating you good. I hope your house been treating you well. And most of all, my brothers, I hope you ain't have to beat nobody this week. Yes. Sirs, yes. Okay. So, my brothers, I don't know who need to hear this one this week, yeah. But you all got my missus to thank for this one, and my mum for telling me to change it up a little bit. So, sorry for those of you that's got ears, yeah. Do apologize. But today, my brothers, as I'm sure you see from the title, in the UK they're making changes to paternity leave. Yes, for us, the dads. But don't get too happy. Not too quick, not just yet, because I'm going to enlighten you on a couple of these changes. I only come about this because, as I said, give thanks to the missus. She put me onto this one. So one of her work colleagues is trying to get maternity leave sorted, and he's also fighting for us as well, the dads. So there's two ladies that work in a trust of schools, yeah, and one works in Southwark, one works in Lambeth. They're both pregnant at the same time. They're both going off at the same time, but one's getting more pay and one's getting less pay. That don't make sense, especially if you work for a trust of schools, which is almost like a conglomerate or a franchise of schools. Yeah, more like that for those Americans. Yeah, that's listening. And for the dads now, yeah. Well, first of all, the mums, I don't think that's not okay. First of all, yeah, let me address that one because I don't know how you're gonna have two people doing exactly the same job going off for not holiday but leave at exactly the same time, and they're getting paid differently because they work in two different boroughs. They're doing exactly the same job. That don't make no sense to me at all. So, ladies, if any of you's listening that know anymore, please let me know some information so I can do a follow up to this. And not only that, excuse me, if there's any of you out there that are fighting for this cause, continue doing what you're doing. Yeah, don't let them hold you back. Don't let them push you back or hold you down or nothing. Card. That's not okay. To me, that don't make sense. Yeah, that's. Uh, but anyway, so on to the brothers. Yeah, on to us, the man them, the fathers, dads. Yeah, some of you ladies like to refer to us as donors. Yeah, I understand your situation. Well, actually, I don't understand your situation. I'm not in your situation, so I don't know and I don't understand. But some of us actually really want to do a good job, a good job. And as I've stated on numerous occasions, time is a very, very important thing. Now, for the Americans, I don't know how it works out there, yeah, but I know how it works here. And we get 2 weeks of paternity leave, 2 weeks. And I'm not sure of the amount of pay, but we'll get into that in just a sec. But now we're allowed to not take these 2 weeks consecutively. We're allowed to break up these 2 weeks so we can have 1 week and then another week. What? I don't want to do that. I might want to, well, not me in particular, because me and my missus, we're not having no more children. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But for those of you out there that's in that situation, in that position right now, where, the birth is coming up and you're like, yes, I get time to be with my child. Brothers, cherish that flipping time. I tell you why. That's how fast those 2 weeks are going to go back. Yeah, that fast. I got problems with my hand at the moment, so that's why it's not sounding properly. There we go. Yeah, bro, like that time will fly past so quick, and you'll be back at work and be thinking, I just want to be at home. I just want to be at home, and it's unfair. It's been unfair, and I have seen how this has changed slightly over the years. Not very much at all. I had my first child almost 24 years ago. Well, I didn't have him. Yeah, the missus had him almost 24 years ago. And it was exactly the same then. Nothing much has changed. I would say maybe we get a little bit more pay. But apart from that, overlooked yet again. Yet again. We do have a say in the child's upbringing. If there are dads out there that are willing to stand up for this cause just as much as any other cause, please do so. I would like to. If there's a petition going, somebody please send me a link where I can sign up, because this is despicable. Yeah? Let me just show you what's going on. Yeah? So we get into it. So in 2025, UK's paternity leave laws are undergoing changes, primarily focused on flexibility and equality. Yeah. Key adjustments include the ability to split the 2 week paternity leave into 1 week blocks. What are you talking about? A week and then a week? That's not enough time. That's nowhere near enough time. Not for me to be spending with my child. Not for any dad to be spending with their child. That's ridiculous. You must be joking. 2 weeks, a week and then a week. Don't make me laugh. Anyway, so next key point. Yeah, fathers can now take their 2 week paternity leave in two separate week blocks rather than having to take them consecutively. This allows for more flexibility in timing and can be taken at different times within the first year of the baby's birth. Hold on, I'm slightly confused. So let me just highlight this. Yeah, yeah. This allows for more flexibility in timing and can be taken at different times within the child's first year of birth. So we went from getting 2 weeks to splitting those 2 weeks up to splitting those 2 weeks over a year. So you still get only 1 week. 1 week, let's just say, you don't have extra days holiday that you can't take. Yeah. You get 1 week at your child's birth. Yeah. And you get 1 week at your child's first birthday. That's, excuse my language, that is effing dumb. I don't even want to swear. I want to swear so bad, but I just can't. Trying to keep it YouTube friendly. This is ridiculous. This is dumb. All right, let's get back to this, because I think there's more in this that we need to have a look at. The required notice period for paternity leave has been shortened to 28 days in advance of the start date from the previous 15-week. Okay, before the due date. Okay, so we get 28 days. So we okay, so you can let them know shorter in a shorter period of time. All right. The proposed changes in the bill aim to make paternity leave. I'm here, and ordinary paternity leave day one rights meaning employees would be entitled to these benefits immediately upon starting new employment without any service. That I can get behind. That I can get behind, because if you start a new job and your missus is already pregnant, you should be eligible for this time off anyway. That shouldn't be. This should. This. Yeah. This here. All of this should be a thing anyway. Next one. New provisions also extend paternity leave to bereaved parents of adopted children or intended parents of children born through surgery or surrogacy arrangements. Okay, okay, right. No. There was a next point that I wanted to get to. There was a next point. The proposed changes will remove the current restrictions that prevents parents from taking paternity leave after shared paternity leave. Okay. Okay. All right, that's the next thing. Shared paternity leave is when you and your partner agree to take time off together, apparently, if you're both eligible for it. And whenever the mum stops her leave, you can start taking your leave. I was looking into that, but that's as far as I got. And my missus kind of explained the same thing to me anyway. But that's what I read up on that. The next point is what I wanted to get to. Statutory pay will increase from £184.03 to £187.18 per week, along with a lower earnings limit required for qualifying for these payments from 123 to £125 per week. So in this case here, yeah, in particular, it's gone from 184 to 187. Yeah, 184, 5, 6, 7. Are we joking? £3. £3. And then in the next one, and this is from lower earnings. This is from lower earnings. 123 to 125. The new legislation will allow parents up to 12 weeks of paid leave if their baby is admitted to hospital. Here we are. Within the first 28 days of life and has a continuous stay of 7 days or more. I can't believe some of the stuff I've just read. 184 to 187, or £184 3 pence to £187 18 pence. Yeah, it's a little bit. £3 per week. Per week. So you get £3 and change extra a week. That's that's like £12 a month. I don't know about these things, yeah, but I'm pretty sure £12 a month can just about buy you nappies. Just about. I haven't had to do that for a minute, so I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that's not gonna get you too far. I can I can pretty much see that ain't gonna get you too far. So, bros, what do you think about this? Like, this affects all of us, yeah? And I tell you why this still affects me. Because when my sons have children, unless this changes, yeah, unless this changes soon, when my sons have children, they'll be in this position. They'll be in the position where they're like, do you know what? I have to take my holiday as well, my paternity leave and then my holiday, or my holiday and then my paternity leave. That's despicable. We are parents too. We're just as important, and we're forced to take less time. We're forced to have less time around our children. What kind of a joke is that? What kind of a message are you people? Not you, brothers. Not you. Not you. Yeah, them lot out there, wherever. Yeah, writing legislation. Who are you to tell me I'm only allowed 2 weeks with my child, a newborn at that? Who are you to tell any man? And the joke is, these people that write this legislation, yeah, some of them don't have children. Some of them probably had children, and their children are big, grown people, gone, done, had their own jobs. They probably got grandchildren, so they're having, they're having, they're keeping the grandchildren or looking after them and then giving them back. Some of them, they even looking after their grandchildren. Yeah, that's not what we're supposed to be promoting as human beings. You're supposed to promote, we're supposed to be promoting nurturing our children as much as possible so they can develop into the most productive people in society. But use lot just want to keep people away from what's natural. That's despicable. I don't like that at all. That's that's mad. That's mad. Yeah, bros. I'm not even sure about that myself because, as I said, me and the missus ain't having no more children, but my sons are going to be in this position. Hopefully, they're not. Yeah, hopefully, they're not. But they're going to have to navigate this themselves. Luckily, they've got me to at least fall back on and be like, oh, dad, I don't know what to do, I'm going to tell them, brothers, do you know what? It's holiday. It's holiday. Take some holiday. If like, you're going to have to. It's necessary because I tell you what, those first few weeks of your child's existence are so important just for bonding. They're important in general, like everything. You getting to be around your child, you getting to know your child's smell, your child getting to know your smell, your voice, how deep it goes, how high it goes. All of these little things that we may take for granted, we may not even think about them. But all of these little things are what help nurture our children. And I, for one, yeah, I, for one, propose that we don't stop. My brothers, if you're out there, yeah, and you're listening to me right now, yeah, and you're in this position, book some holiday. Take your holiday leave along with your paternity leave. Yeah, I'm telling you, you will benefit from it. Your child will also benefit from it as well. Don't let them tell you about you can take a week when you can take 2 weeks, yeah, and you can split that up as well, only over a year. Or should I say over a year you can split that up, not only over a year. Over a year you can split that up. No, you can't take days individually. Are you crazy? No, you have to take a week and then a week. It's up to you whenever you do that. Jeez, boy, what kind of choices are we forcing these young men to have to make to be around their families? You're gonna force these young men to leave their jobs or not want to be around their jobs because they're gonna want to spend time with their families. Or do you know what's gonna be even worse? You're gonna force these young men to not even want to have children. Then we're all messed up, mate. Car, we don't survive. Simple, we don't survive. I'm all for survival. Serious things, yeah. I'm all for survival. That's why man trains, yeah, because I'm trying to be here as long as I can for my children and in the best condition that I can possibly be in. So, do you know what, my brothers? I don't know what you're going to do with that information. I've done my part. I was informed. I have given the information to the masses. Yes, I feel a lot happier about the fact that I've given some more information. Today was, as I said, this was a little bit different. And I'm kind of happy that it was different, but in still in the vein of fatherhood. still in the vein of fatherhood. Brothers, I beg you, I'm not begging you, do me a favor, keep your heads up. Yeah, keep looking to the sky and keep your children covered. Yeah, in your warmth, your love, and your guidance. My brothers, we need to start owning our own businesses so we can take as much time as we need to. It's as simple as that. Yeah, bros, you know where it is already. Promotion time. The podcast is available on all major platforms. There's only two anyway. Apple Podcast and Google Play. Why is it so hard for me to say that almost every time? Like it's starting to get annoying. It's starting to get annoying. Anyway. Also on Instagram at future_fathers FF. I never messed that one up. And my brother saying they official. Listen to his new tracks. Brothers out there doing his bits ears. Definitely. We're putting out 2 videos a week. Like you've seen the shorts. I'm putting the shorts up. That's still a video, you know. So yeah. 2 videos a week, my brother. We're not trying. We're there now. We're there now. I need to get rid of that as well. So, bros, please, please, please like, share, subscribe, do the flicky button. You know what that one is. Post notifications so when the videos go up or we go live, yeah, you'll be notified. My brothers, do me a favor. Stay humble, stay well, and stay blessed.